Good morning, everyone. Today is a big day when voters countrywide shall be choosing their leaders for the next 5 years. Here at Madebeni polling station, voters started assembling at the station as early as 5:30 a.m. Stay tuned to KTV as we bring you the latest from Madebeni polling station.
The first voter, Mr. Amari, steps forward. He proceeds to the KIEMS machine where Clerk 1 will be able to identify him using his fingerprints. The first clerk will call the voter's name out loud once there is positive identification on the KIEMS machine. For more detailed information on how this machine works, please refer further to the link in the portal. He proceeds to the clerks who issue him with ballot papers. Each counterfoil together with the ballot paper should be stamped to show that the ballot has been issued. The ballot papers are given out in twos in the following order: Presidential and Senator, Women's Rep and MP, and finally Governor and MCA. The voter will proceed to the polling booth, which should be placed with the booth's writing surface facing away from the rest of the room, unlike presented here. This is, after all, a secret ballot. When he is done, he folds the ballot papers and casts them into the corresponding color-coded boxes. When the voter is done casting his vote, the DPO or a clerk marks him on his pinky finger to indicate he has voted and cannot do so again. The crowd is excited that voting is finally underway. You are always trained to expect the obvious, but as you will see, sometimes the unexpected happens. This gentleman walks in ready to vote. He is ushered to proceed to Clerk 1 for identification, hands over his ID, and places his finger on the KIEMS machine. His fingerprint fails to register. He tries again, still nothing. In case this happens, do not panic. First of all, try all 10 fingers on the KIEMS machine. If the system fails to identify the person, move on to Step 2. Step 2 involves an alphanumeric search of the system using the person's name and ID number. If the alphanumeric search fails to identify the voter, proceed to Step 3, where you scan the barcode at the back of the ID using the KIEMS machine. Failure of the system to identify the person at this point means the individual cannot be allowed to vote. In this particular case, our voter who does manual work in construction has had his fingerprints erased. Once the system has identified the voter either through an alphanumeric search or scanning the barcode of the ID, Form 32A is filled as proof that the voter does exist in this polling station and can be allowed to vote. This form is signed in the presence of the agents, the international observer, and the clerks. The form is then stamped by the PO and kept away safely.